3, 2, 1. Mono Black Zombies live play. Yo, what up? Welcome in. Much love. Trav here. How's it going? How are you? I think we need to mulligan this one lander. As always, we too far away from the Wi-Fi. Slow hanging out here. Baltimore, the Freedman residence again before Richmond. A lot can happen in a week. I don't know if this is going to be the deck, but I've got a strong suspicion that it is. What's up with the lag here? Too much lag. Okay. This hand, I'll keep opponent mulligan as well. We've got a couple Dread Wanderers. We're one opponent double mulligans. We're a Crypt Breaker away from this being insane. Metallic Mimic seems fine. It gives us a 2-drop, and we'll power up our Liliana's Mastery. Could be reasonable to bottom that as well. So yeah, again, it would have been nice if Magic Online wasn't broken in the replay department, so we could replay those for you. But we made it in. Yo, what happened with my stops? Unlock. All my stops changed, and I didn't even uninstall, reinstall. Magic Online's a really buggy program. It won't necessarily do what you want it to do. Well, here's the issue, though. Zombie. The issue with Magic Online is primarily... Well, this one I think is internet and not Magic Online. But I should move in to get better internet. The primary problem with Magic Online... the program literally... This is not the internet, this is Magic Online. I'm here talking about the problems of this program, and here we go. The problem with the program is how they have treated their team over the history of this project. Even if it's better now, password is rawdog69. Obviously that's, you can try to log on, see if that works for you. Yo, the problem with this program is the history of how they treated their employees, and there's a lot we can learn from it more than complain about it. Like, I complain about it because it brings attention to it. And Magic Online, like, Wizards is reasonably good at listening and trying to make things better. Magic Online, that's not necessarily true, because the problem is just the way they treat their employees. Again, you see it on Glassdoor. It sucks. You see it on, I mean, you just hear about it. It's like, not just the pay, but the big thing is the 6-month contracts. Like, when you get a job, you want to know that you can keep that job. But Wizards, whether it's R&D, whether it's... I'm going to move in. I don't know what the deal is here, if it's the internet or Magic Online. The good news is I at least informed my opponent about the lag. So, the takeaway is treat your team better, or at least try to. Just seems like Wizards doesn't try to treat people very well. And you get what you pay for. Yo, Ben, say what's up.
What up, people?
So,
we see our opponent is playing a little Temur Marvel.
Yeah, we're up against Temur Marvel, which makes my Mimic a little bit sketchy because maybe it's gonna get fucked up by a... Maybe it's gonna get fucked up by a Kozilek's Return. So I've got quite a fast draw here. It's the turn 5 kill, which is decent. We see a Sanctum of Ugin. And drew a Swamp. Throw down a Dread Wanderer. And nice thing about this Lord ability is Menace. Able to menace and put the opponent down to 9. They've gained a bunch of life, but you can see the power of the deck. They gotta do something or they're about to get steamrolled. We draw a removal spell for Rogue Refiner. It's super bad for them. They don't have enough mana to Marvel yet this turn without dying. We draw a land. We can cast Liliana's Mastery. We draw a creature spell. We can add it to the board. even if they have a sweeper, we're going to keep Lord of the Accursed and Dread Wanderer and be able to rebuy this Dread Wanderer, so it's hard to imagine a world in which we're losing right now. There's a Servant, and let's see what we draw. Crypt Breaker, pretty decent. I mean, it's just a 3/3 that we can play and still Lord. It could have been reasonable to not attack and like draw cards, but I'm gonna menace it up and crash in. Menace ability is really, really nice right now. Surprisingly, like. Opponent goes to double block the biggest creature, which would save them the most life, but it would cost them both their creatures, so I don't know how that's worth it. Alright, we're at a point where even if the opponent marvels into Ulamog, they still don't necessarily win. They might win if they marvel into Ulamog. Okay, oh, and that's not even Marvel, that's Rogue Refiner, so right click, scoop incoming, there it is. Okay, so for sideboarding, if my Marvel opponent played Sanctum of Ugin, does that mean they're not playing red?
Not necessarily. They could still have red. There was a list that didn't even have Ulamog in it. That was just Elder Deep Fiends, but I think that's also pretty unlikely. I think it's probably just a 1 or 2 of.
If I didn't see Marvel, does that mean they're not playing Marvel?
No.
So Dispossess is going to come in. I'm going to cut the pushes for Dispossess and Transgress. Cut a couple Mimics. Should Mimics be Scroungers?
Sure.
Mimic was pretty good that game. I'm going to try sticking with Mimic this game and see how it goes. My only removal is Dark Petition or whatever, but that's a card I never cut. Okay, so I'm starting with Dispossess. I've got the Crypt Breaker, Relentless Dead, Dispossess curve, which is a great curve, obviously. I want to stop on every stop. I have a stop on everything, is the way I do it. I learned it from Jesse Hampton. It's more like regular Magic. Okay, turn 2 Puzzle Knot. I'm going to turn 2 Relentless Dead. Turn 3 I'm going to jam out with Dispossess on Marvel and see how that goes. They have a Tune, and an Island, and a Servant. Okay, so I don't need to worry about too much. They're not playing red because they attuned for a Forest. Either works Marvel. Let's see if this is good enough to win. They didn't have it in their hand. And they've got Niss's Renewal in their hand. So it might not even be that good. Because they've got the tools to cast... Ulamog with what they have. Which is kind of scary. And they've Glimmer to find it. Although we look at... Oh, they're playing 4 Niss's Renewals in this deck.
Wow.
Also, they're playing 0 Elder Deep Fiend.
Did you dispossessed all their Marvels?
Yeah.
And alright, nice.
I mean, well, it's not a guaranteed win, but they have no sweepers. This is the type of draw that is gonna beat even an Ulamog, potentially, if they don't have it fast enough. So it's a weird deck, no red, no ability to sweep. They have some Baral's expertise to bounce, but...
that does nothing.
Yeah. Okay, rolling instead as Menace. I mean, I wouldn't say nothing, but it does buy a little bit of time. And my game plan is to draw as many cards with Crypt Breaker as quickly as possible so that Even if they're able to Ulamog, we'll be able to power through it. So we've got 3 zombies to make that happen. Attack with this Relentless Dead. Even if they have Ulamog, it's going to be several turns from now, and we're going to have a lot more cards in hand and a lot more stuff in play by then. Although, there's a good chance we see a Glimmer. We're going to see a Glimmer, Bural's Expertise. So, Dispossess, interesting. In this matchup, Lost Legacy would have been the win there.
Is this not gonna do it for you?
Not necessarily. Like, they're gonna Nissa's Renewal now, and then they're gonna be able to start casting Ulamog's if they have it. Potentially even chain them.
Did they have Ulamog?
Not in their hand yet, but they just glimmered, and their deck has nothing beyond Ulamog, so Lost Legacy would have been a win here. Although this is an unusual Marvel list, for sure. Let's check the chat to see if they kept or bottomed. One on top, one on bottom. I can't imagine what they would keep that's not... Oh, there's Brawls. They didn't miss this here. It's hard to imagine what they would keep that's not Ulamog. Well, I drew Transgress, so that's quite nice, and that will be worth firing off. Oh, they play a Rogue Refiner, maybe that's the one they drew. 3, 4, 5, 6. And I can take Nissa's Renewal, and that will put them off. Either take their Ulamog or take their Nissa's Renewal, so they're not able to do it. So that was a good draw. And it's a card we put in our deck, so we can do this and also play 2 more zombies and draw an extra card again. Aha! So what do you like here? Take their Ulamog or take their Nissa's Renewal? If we take their Nissa's Renewal, it seems like Ulamog for sure, right?
How many lands do they have in play?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus this is 7, this is 8.
I would take the... Yeah, because they can bounce. Let's see, what do they got? What have we got in play? How much pressure do we have?
Nothing, like, yeah, it should be the Ulamog. Yeah, they're gonna have... I like to put them with 3 Ulamogs left in their deck to draw. Yeah,
that's fine.
I mean, it is nice that they can't Marvel this game. They can Barals me again. Three, 4, so they're going for the Nissa's Renewal. Okay. The funny thing is if I draw the second Dispossess, I wouldn't even want to use it. I mean, I could take their Puzzle Knot, but why would I want to do that? Okay, we've drawn a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A Dark Salvation, which I could fire off for 6. Killing their Servant. And making 2 zombies. Which would make it... They played their island. And their last card is Barals plus an unknown. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This could potentially put them off of Ulamog for 1 turn. So I'm going to do it. Because, again, we can beat Ulamog if we just have a little bit more time. Draw the card now. Maybe I should have drawn the card first because I drew Transgress, which, I mean, if they've drawn like exactly land Ulamog, that would be how they win right now. It's tapped, so we'll have a time to play it. Oh, that's interesting. Another Nissa's Renewal. So their deck is very few lands, and they're at 32 life. That said, I'm about to transgress their last card and play a Liliana's Mastery. And they're going to be dead next turn. Now's when we just start alphaing. I'm not going to run the math, but it seems reasonable to hold back 1 Crypt Breaker to draw 1 extra card. See, that way we can draw the, okay, they're dead. That way we can draw the land as well. Okay. And what is this tech for 50? Like, there's another Liliana's Mastery. Boom, boom, boom. And a Lord of the Accursed. And I'll attack you for like 40, 18, more than 30 for sure. And I'm also going to draw another card. And, oh no, they're not dead, they're at 2. I take it back. I got excited. Boom, that's a win though. So that's the deck. You can see super powerful. Still not sure about Dispossess, but it has a great late game. It gets to the point where they can Ulamog, start Ulamogging, it won't be enough. You get to draw a lot of cards and attack for massive chunks of damage. So sweet deck. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be back tomorrow with another match. So let me know what you think in the comments. Much love. Peace.